good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, as we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense in an empty set. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Fast, physical, and disruptive, Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Now the play fake. Fires to the right. He's got it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, this offense knew coming into the game with all the rain, they had to be able to run the football and be physical, but when they throw it, they're just going to have to be a lot more precise. Ball's going to be slippery for the QB and receivers. They need to do a better job not slipping out of their breaks. As a result, they throw a pick. Bad execution.
Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
To the air on first down. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Yeah, I don't know know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time it's complete.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success.
Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Nice job in coverage defensively. Anticipating the tight end, working the hitch route in the end zone. They were all over him. No chance for the QB to complete that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right now.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Razorbacks will hustle for the line. To the air on 2nd down. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Using the quick game. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going to look downfield again. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
And that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
Runs out of
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. Got a little space. Gets it past the marker. He's loose down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team.
Those are the big collisions on kickoff team. You don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Toss to the left. There he goes.
A lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Wolverine. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from pick 6.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy, you're finding your blockers, you're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And tackled there by the defense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to fire. Stands in and takes the hit. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'd be forcing it a little bit.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks football and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
Just keeps moving. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines. He would not be denied.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Second down, he'll throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. And everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
You know what? If he took some of that NIL money, Reese, and spent it on more linemen, maybe he has more protection and more time to go through his progressions.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. They'll line up for a second down play. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Bounced off his feet. The Razorbacks in the hurry up.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Razorbacks will try to pick it up on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Yeah, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Finds some room. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Dorsey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. and send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Here's a heat. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Woods. Still looking on the move. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure.
The Sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Central Michigan went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Chippewas always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go to the air. And he throws another interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the lone running back. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Rush is on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner goes down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Michigan offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He'll start this drive firing. Wide open downfield. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan!
QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Woods. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind. Breaks into the open. Defense trying to take it back. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Going right to work up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and is picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball.
And it's slipped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Gets it out quickly. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. And they forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Back to throw, it's Woods. And his first pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Makes the grab. Strong, firm tackle. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? It's complete on the right side. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Woods. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's not going to get there. Had to get it to the 35-yard line to pick up the 1st down. Now they have a decision to make on 4th. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Just keeps slinging it. Dances away. Unleashes one. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Razorbacks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. He's got the back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Got his man. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Wood. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Running behind that left side. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Send that offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll run play action. On the move to his left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Runs through a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need to...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams and the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UTEP overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from El Paso, these Miners gotta be thrilled with the result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Really great job of awareness by the defense that time. They found the ball. They found the jet sweep. And how about the speed? Being able to corral the ball carrier, get him down for a short gain.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
The kick is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Looking to throw, it's Woods. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Michigan offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty time, just the beat time.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.